Welcome everybody to another episode of the Providence Lucha Talk. I'm your boy Jay Aguilar,
And this is Luisito.
and we're here to talk about everything and anything that has to do with wrestling. Bro, last week
It was crazy. Well, this whole week, even after basically literally the last time we met up, I came back from the trip
Friday,
and I already lost all my tan.
yeah,
It didn't even last that long.
Your light skin again,
Then we had AEW Revolution.
which is I
I think it
didn't
met
care for it, to be honest.
for me it met expectations.
In what sense?
At least the last match. I think we were not close to. I think we were at least 70-80% on the predictions, which wasn't so bad.
Let's see.
Because I know we had Jungle Boy winning,
He won,
so he won. Then we had Warlow winning, which he did.
but then he lost on Wednesday.
Yeah, which is kind of
So congratulations to Warlord to being the new TNT champion.
And you had your two big meaty men fight against each other.
And then Warlord losing the belt on Dynamite to Big Hobbs.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Hobbs being the new and current TNT.
Then we had the Trios one. I got the House of Black. You also did House of Black.
No, I did.
You the Elite. So House of Black ended up winning that one. I think it was a good match, and I think it was about time because I feel like the Elite was
To me, there was no connection whatsoever. It was
with the Elite or just the match amongst
just
them.
the match itself.
Okay.
It was just a match that they was like, yeah, we're gonna do House of Black, because House of Black and the Elite was never like across from each other.
Yeah, there's no
until
feud. Yeah,
they just attacked the Elite from the back, and then next thing you know, the week after is like, yeah, they have a match.
true.
So to me, there was no feud behind it, so I wasn't.
But yeah, no. So at least,
but happy
but
for
I'm glad for them because I feel like
Exactly.
they were kind of like not a household name, but it was like they were. I know most of them came from either the Indies or WWE, but I feel like they were good in the beginning. Something happened like character wise that they had to like take a break. I know Aleister Black were maybe thinking of going back because of Triple H situation. But it was good. I think it's the right team has it. And I feel like what we saw Wednesday, now we're gonna have a triple threat, like 3-man triple threat. Basically, JAS versus the Elite versus House of Black, which is decent.
Well,
That'd be too many people in the ring, but
it is a lot of people in the ring. But I want to put an asterisk on that.
Mm-hmm.
I got the rest of the result right here. We still have current heavyweight champion AM Jeff. We predicted that together. I was right about the Guns. Well, actually, I picked the Acclaims.
yeah,
I picked the Acclaims.
I got the Dead House and then
So we were both wrong about the tag team. Guns retained the belt, and then seems like they're gonna have a feud again with FTR. So FTR seems not to be going nowhere.
well they still
They
got time on their contract. Who knows?
But they say currently they're not going nowhere. So
Yeah, but
that's their words.
they're on their contract still.
We already commented about the TNT Championship. I was wrong about the Texas Death Match. Moxley lost to Adam Page, which mind blowing. Jamie Hayter, I picked her.
Yeah, I ended up getting. I wanted Saraya.
Saraya. So I was happy about Jamie winning, but Ruby Soho turning.
Really didn't see that coming.
No, but it's interesting now that it's like WWE.
I think it's
WWE versus like current AEW.
I think they did their thing as new world era.
New women era.
Yeah. So which is fine, but if the NW whatever works, I feel like also like be creative. Make a team name for yourself rather than like I know if it
fucking what was the name Tony Storm and Saraya had? It was like the reception or something like that. It was something like.
But either way, it was just like
too general.
Well, like NW, like you know what I'm saying. Like it's just come up with a different like even literally ask Jericho. He'll make something up and give it to you. Like just be more creative with the name rather than like. I know they're using something that works and it's like, especially for t-shirts and stuff, it's like the graphics and everything cool. But it's just like, it already was used, just for me, it's just be creative. It's just instead of taking something from the
New Day have used the design. The NWO originally, they used it. Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace. He did his remix. I have the shirt right over there. Latin World Order.
But that's in the same company. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but they're trying to say, even though we're out of the company, we're still that's their, that's where they were birthed or got more of their upcoming. So it to me it makes sense, but at the same time it's just like, it's better than the other name that they had, like Legacy. They had like Tony Storm,
the reception team or whatever.
It was weird. Like, I'm glad it didn't follow through. So, Ricky Stark winning against, which I was surprised, but okay. We already talked about Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, and then Mark Briscoe with the Lucha Bros winning the 6-man tag team match against the opposing team.
Yeah, I feel the Briscoe thing. I'm not saying he's gonna not lose, but I feel they're not gonna have him lose for a while, just because this whole situation. Like,
they have to address the tag team belt though, and that's something I'm predicting within next month or so. They got to address what's going to happen to because they could go with you. You gave the hypothetical of like, retire the tag team in Ring of Honor, focus on the triple team, which is dope, or
do like a commemorative tournament thing
for the new tag team champion. Either way,
and they could even do like a yearly thing, be kind of like a Briscoe invitation or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that would be great because the Mae Young Classic, I kind of miss it. It was really good exposure.
The Dusty Rhodes for the tag team for NXT.
I love that.
They need to bring that back too.
Yeah, I mean, luckily WWE is bringing back the King and Queen of the Ring. So that's happening after Mania. I forgot when exactly, but it's an event that's going to be happening. So that's super exciting. So honestly,
and they should do for the King and Queen of the Ring. Yes, you should win the title, but there should be something attached to it, like a title shot. Because I feel like when
more stipulation than being called the king or queen.
But like, for example, with Xavier Woods won it and he did great. But nothing came out of it. I know
for the IEC championship.
But make it if it was like a Money in the Bank, like make it like a chamber, like something like whoever wins it competes for.
He faced Roman Reigns for the belt.
Yeah, he got destroyed. But I'm saying, but Selena, I don't think Selena did it. I don't think Selena went for the title.
I mean, I don't think
she did the tag team one. She was the queen with the tag team, I think, with Carmella.
Well, I guess that's what she used her stipulation.
Well, like, at least be able to, like...
So, you want it to be known that every time...
Whoever wants to King of the Ring...
They have a stipulation for any belt, team, or single type. Okay.
Kind of like a Money in the Bank or Chamber or Rumble.
It should be rewarding. I mean, that'd be dope. That would be dope.
And they can cash it in any time. Like, kind of like Money in the Bank, like... You have, how when people get in trouble, you have Queen for the day. You're basically, you have like King or Queen for the day, like whatever you want. Like you get that one day.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I'm not mad at that stipulation, but it's an event that is current to happen. Ring of Honor has been doing well so far with their opener. I'm not sure if that's being recorded while they're doing the. Alongside with AEW?
Probably. I know this is today's episode, this Thursday. They're doing the second episode, like live or recorded episode today.
Bro, I cannot.
But it was decent, I think.
If I go to an AEW show and you're telling me that we're going to see 5 show sitting down,
what do you mean? Like back to, like, I know that
Dark, Elevation, Dynamite, Ring of Honor, and then Rampage all in one night.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the same. I know they're coming here in April.
Yes.
I don't know, because I think they start at 7. So I think we might have like an hour show before, probably the Elevation or Dark. I don't know about Ring of Honor afterwards, but like they need to have its own entity. Like they should travel by themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They should be stationed in Florida. You know what I'm saying? By the Daily Stadium, especially now that the football season is over.
I know you got basically 6 months till
you use that shit for 6 months, and then you rent elsewhere for the other 6 months. And then if the popularity is good enough, you start travel. Like NXT is doing that currently with their station in Orlando, and then they go out and
I think they do house shows.
Yeah, they do most live show, and a lot of NXT star fly out to current Raw or SmackDown show in case if someone worst case scenario they have someone to fill in. So they're AEW Ring of Honor is definitely slowly are to me they're on the right path. They're just a little bit they're still behind basically.
And I think it's tough because they still haven't not split up the two rosters, but there's still some mixture of Ring of Honor, like BCC Club. Like you have Cesaro, Claudio,
Yuta
and Yuta still going to AEW. So it's like they can't just that will suck going. Let's say Friday, then travel down to Florida and come back. So, it's just they need to two different rosters, or if you're gonna mix them, do it like how SmackDown and Raw. It's like okay, side by side shows, but like eventually, like your not champion people could come over to Dark or Elevation to like get their roster up.
Yeah, it still baffled me that I'm not sure if they're trying to be respectful or not trying to be a little bit degrading with like the status of certain wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? So basically, like I like the format that if you're a show, you should have all of your champions / superstars, or a tier wrestlers.
So that'll be your Wednesday show.
That'll be my Wednesday show. My Friday show will be the leftover of my A star with a champion who has not performed be on Rampage.
Okay.
I will have my B tier or C tier work Elevation or Dark.
Like new people or unknowns or recovery.
Or have Jade, my current TBS champion, and Orange Cassidy, my Atlantic champion, each be the star of each program.
Yeah, because those two shows, the YouTube ones, don't have like something to strive for. Like they're getting their records up, which is good.
That's fine. Like
they made it to like basically for Pokemon, they're trying to gather as much XP, but they haven't made it to the LE4.
Exactly.
Like basically the AW, it's like Dynamite's like LE4, and the other ones are regular gym leaders. Basically, exactly. Like it's just, but there's no gym leader for.
But I would have those champions work those shows and then bring them in if needed for storytelling for Wednesday if I needed them. Yeah. If not, I'm just gonna have them work and have their core audience join them. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Orange Cassidy has to have at least 500K, and I think Jade also have.
Jade hasn't even. I haven't seen her. Maybe I missed out, but I haven't seen her perform in a while. Which is fine. Good for her.
It's cool. I'm at 53-0. Her record is still pretty amazing. Yeah. But I would still have her at least represent Elevation or Dark, so that way, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll bring up those YouTube number, and then I'll bring down a superstar. I'll bring down a Moxley or
the Bucks or something or somebody like
once in the blue moon, just to numbers to go up, and then Ring of Honor, I just keep all my champions there alongside with the core of Ring of Honor. Like it's just baffled me that they haven't really like considered this like formula and always have everybody in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
There's no distinction between shows, which is fine, but it's just like, for example, I feel like everybody in, for example, the A show, the Dynamite, for the women's division, there's a lot of people that it's literally top heavy, which is fine. But then you basically have like 5 or 6, at least 7 people in like contending, which is fine. But your other champion that's supposed to TBS champion that's supposed to be important, she's not given any importance, or nobody's competing, nobody's contesting for it. I wonder who's gonna be. I think she mentioned they go into Canada next week or the 17th, either this Friday or next week. I don't know who they're gonna get to go against her. Who's a Canadian? I don't know. Maybe I think it might be somebody from like probably Impact, like somebody that's like most retired, likely. But like no, I was like, oh, Natalia, but like somebody like they need to have somebody decent to make her look good.
The one person I would bring and pay her good money for, Trish Stratus, simply as that, or Beth Phoenix. But Beth Phoenix, I think she's still like
on a Legends contract or something like that. Yeah,
I think she's still in the Legend contract. I think Trish is more like a freelance. Yeah. So you could like bring her in whenever. If anything, I would definitely pay good money to have Trish. Get destroyed, but at least she represents Canada.
But
Chelsea Green will be another person.
That would have been decent if she was available. But
she's with WWE.
Because there's really nobody that I could think of like Canadian.
Nah, I mean the other people would be Peyton Royce.
She's from Australia.
But she's married to Sean Spear, so so I would put her. And if her partner, Billy Kay. Well, that was WWE name, but I know it's McKay. I know that
Jessie McKay or something like that.
Yeah. I would put her. You know what I'm saying? Those were the type of people I will bring into the table for Jade to win, but we'll see what happens. Or have simply
so I think
versus champion. And
so I think the Canadian
Jamie take the L.
So I could see I just looked up Canadian female wrestlers that are non-WWE that I can think of. Okay. So Angelina Love, she was an Impact, but she's a little older. Like she could have that Taya Valkyrie.
Easy W for Jade. Yeah.
Taya Valkyrie would be difficult, but she's in AAA. Let's see, Gail Kim, Rosemary, and who else? That's somebody that I could think that it's like kind of could make sense for Jade, but we could see one of them maybe. I think with Sky, she was part of the beautiful people in Impact, so she could be one of them. But so Jade, we'll see what happens with Jade, and I like that they changing the name for the All Atlantic one. That's AEW International Championship, the IC title basically. They don't want because I think they had a partnership with Warner Brothers and somebody else, so they redoing the title, rebranding it. So it's Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett against Orange Cassidy the next time.
The Atlantic is such a badass name. I like that title because you're being like in the East Coast. You gotta go through Orange Cassidy to get this belt, which makes sense because a lot of their, like right now, they're ventures west. You know what I'm saying, like to Vegas, and they're going to Cali, and now they're going up to Canada. So international. Yeah, you say international.
Yeah, because it can be intercontinental. So I think it's AEW International Championship. So it's basically AEW's IC title.
IC title, yeah. I won't be surprised if they use the initial IC. So,
which is fine. Which that's all they should. It should be. The only thing would be tough. It's like not tough, but you know how each show, like for WWE, you have the US and so you have 2 mid cards. So this could give you 2 mid card titles.
Yeah, the IC, TNT,
and the TBS. It's like the TBS for the women's IC, basically.
Well, talking about titles, Saraya posted something very interesting. This past Wednesday was International Women Day, and she made a comment of like, this would have been an excellent opportunity, I'm paraphrasing, for AEW to introduce women's tag team championship belt. Do you agree or disagree with this idea?
It's not the time yet. It's a good idea, and they even I know that they're trying to do something of that nature. They want to do like an IC or a mid card for the women's for WWE. That's another similar topic, but they're trying to do on the other side. But I feel like for the women division, they haven't basically the scores haven't been settled. So you have factions and groups and stuff, but like they also are involved in the main event. So you try to basically not have a distinction, but I feel like they need to polish the women's division because after the first 10, everybody else you could tell they're like rookies or not there yet. So I feel like you need to bring people along and give them more exposure, then eventually like bring a tag team.
I hear you. I think when it comes to the stables, right, the factions and all, I think there's a really few core. You know what I'm saying? You have the Vixen Bees with Vicky Guerrero and Nyla Rose.
And I think Marina Shafir is in that too. The Marina Shafir, Rose, and Vicky.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maria is with them.
Yeah.
I missed that headline, but that's cool for her.
So that's two right there.
There's two right there. You got the JS with Taya and Homegirl. You have Britt Baker, Jamie, and Rebel.
I think and Rebel's been out for a while. Like she's out because she's their face now.
Yeah,
so you got Hater and Britt Baker.
Yeah, there's that trio. You got Saraya, Tony Storm, and now Ruby Soho.
You have Willow Nightingale, and somebody.
You know, so
and you have I think Sky Blue and Madison Rain.
Right, and then Jade could team with any of the baddies that
the only one she got left over.
Whatever she got left over. So in other words. I
think you might have like an Asian, like you have Riho maybe with
who was the other Japanese champion?
I think you have the Sakamura and Riho, and you also have
I forgot her name. Yeah. Why is her name? She comes in with the candlestick
with a katana, Well, I know which one. I completely forgot.
She's a champion. This is kind of disrespectful for her. I apologize, but
you have them.
Why is her name is Blake? I'll figure it out later. But there is enough faction basically to start the tag team division, you know, and especially with the number of females that they have, and a lot of them that are not chasing the main belt, or currently not involved in the entitlement. Will be a nice filler for it. I agree with her. It was a missed opportunity, and hopefully.
Sorry, Record Sheeta. I had to find it. Yeah.
Sheeta, it was right there. But
you also have Thunder Rosa, maybe with somebody, one of her like students or whatever.
But my point is
there is enough, but I feel like
it would have been a great moment. Yeah. Like Women International Day, then you're introducing the Women Championship Tag Team Women Tag Team belt, and then you could bring that to either Ring of Honor or to AEW, and then like you could play around with this.
Yeah, the only thing it's like I'm not saying AEW they do, but they has an issue with too many championship. But I feel like they need right now. I feel like it's a time to give each title an opportunity more importance rather than just. I feel like they're giving people too much like participation trophies. There's an FTW. There's there should be like 2 or 3 champions. Then you work up to it rather than everybody just get titles handed left and right.
Well, the FTW one never really got defended.
It rarely does, but like
Brian Cage didn't really defend that belt much. Unfortunately, Tony Stark he got hurt, so he really couldn't do.
Well, this guy does. He's been defending it.
But Hook he has been the one and only that's been most actively.
And he's like a novelty. He's kind of like Jade. He's like a novelty thing.
So
which is fine.
But. So that right there to me, I see that as the hardcore belt or the 24/7 belt type of for AEW. So that's fine. Yeah. Let that be. The ring shit that MJF supposedly that he's been defending whatever. I have never seen this man defend this ring, but that shit
he won it twice. Now there's
3.
Oh yeah, sorry, 3 times.
But that shit that could go. That because that's garbage.
They need to update for me. I think it's funny. I don't know the Hobbs thing. He should not have a Sonic ring. That should be something else. Not a briefcase, but it literally looks like a Sonic ring.
It looked like a golden donut. It looked like the Sonic ring. It looked like the
need something
hula hoop from
They need something else.
SeaWorld, but that shit. I mean, like they can't do a briefcase.
No, true.
They're not gonna put a backpack. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what can you put there? They did have like the chip for Double or Nothing.
Yeah, which makes sense. It's a whole theme. It makes sense.
Yeah. But for Revolution,
you can't put like a dynamite because it's what I'm saying.
No, like safety. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
they could do like an AW, I don't know, like a letter thing, like I don't know, better than
letter.
You know what I'm saying? Like have like AW strapped. I don't know, or like the TNT, like something, but not the Sonic ring. I think just.
I mean, like if anything, I would have like a replica of the belt. Small size, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or something. Yeah,
I would put like a replica of the belt, saying, not like I would say like qualified or something like.
Or like have it like watermarked as like like AEW.
Yeah, token of choice. You know, something around that aspect. And like having a fucking golden donut, Krispy Kreme donut above the. No wonder Hobbs won, man. He was fucking hungry, and
it was just too much. I was like, yo, he's got the extra coin.
So the Atlantic Championship, that to me is like the lightweight shit.
Yeah, right? It was like the other mid card, kind of like the
TBS to me, that's just another featherweight, some soft. TNT, boom, that's your mid card.
You also have the tag team men's and the trios men.
Right, because there's a lot of men. There's a
which
lot
is
of
fine.
stables, so that makes separate the two. I like that. Then the AEW Championship is its own identity already, and then the women's is its own. So having that women's tag team, you're giving them 3 type of championship that they could go for, while on the other side there's nearly like 5 to 6. So the ratio kind of makes sense. And again, if they use the earlier equation of using each belt to be represented or be the representation of that show, it's like it would make.
So the tag team will have to defend it. Or sense. I feel that if they do a tag team, they should defend it in every show. Not defend it, but at least
between
at
Rampage and
because there says 4 shows. At least in between the 4 shows, at least twice a week, or at least one every other, at least a weekly defend.
Right now, they're treating the tag team champions.
If they did a women's one,
they're treating it similar to with the current status. They're treating it more like if it was the heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? It's like we defend it or we fight whenever we fight. Fair enough, but I don't see it being like the working horse. The working horse for me is the lightweight, is the midweight type of bout, and the tag team should be in that equation, but they're not getting that treatment. You know what I'm saying? Those trio belts, I don't think they're going to be defended every week.
I think nobody's do a bunch of promos
once a month type of deal, or a pay-per-view, but I don't see that being defended all the time. So it's like they really just got to organize. But the tag team belt, Saraya, I agree with you, girl. They should have brought that shit out. Now, we quickly talked about AEW, but before we transition to WWE and other wrestling brand, Bryan Danielson gave a dope-ass promo, and, he accepted the loss, and he said, it's time for me to go home. What is home? What is home to you, Lewis?
I feel like I would like to see him back in WWE. Cody did it. Why not him? He could be a trainer for NXT. You know what I'm saying? He could be the NXT manager. You know what I'm saying? The GM or whatever. Because he was part of NXT too. So at least there's some history and background of that. But I feel like he accomplished everything he needed to do, unless he's gonna finish out his career in Ring of Honor. That's why he began. So that's sort of home for him.
Do you see him
But I think he's going to be off TV for a while.
You think he's going to go after Yuta? Or is he going after Claudio? Because for me, I agree with you. Home is Ring of Honor. Yeah. It's not WWE. WWE, he already accomplished. Yeah. He's already a Grand Slam. Yes, he already solidified his career already. So he's solid.
But I feel like he'll be a great the mid card, the Yuta championship that he got.
The whose card?
Yuta,
the pure championship.
Pure champion. He's literally the most pure wrestler, the best wrestler. And
I want him to go for Claudio. I want him to aim high.
Okay.
I want him to go to Claudio and have him.
Because you can do champion versus champion. You know what I'm saying? You could do pure champion versus.
You could do that, but the first person I want him to take out is Claudio. I need him to work with Claudio after Eddie Kingston. Once that story is told, then go for
not for nothing, but I would like to see Eddie Kingston beat Claudio.
But I don't think Eddie's gonna beat Claudio. I don't see Eddie beating Claudio for the belt. I could see him beating in one of those stipulation type of match, but I don't see him beating for the belt cleanly.
Because I feel like he hasn't. I'm saying he hasn't had that opportunity, but I feel like this Ring of Honor, it's like a new beginning, and I feel like Eddie
He
has
said it
done
clearly.
like he's like that's his thing. Like he kind of had a rebranding in AEW. Now it's just like time to like cash in on his cachet or like what he's built up in AEW and Ring of Honor.
Yeah, and he said in Ring of Honor, I told Moxley I'm not gonna mess with you in AEW, but this is Ring of Honor, so I'm coming for you. So that's a nice rivalry for the next pay-per-view, whatever. But I don't think Claudio is taking that L that easily. I think Bryan Danielson should be the person to like, because it's similar to the Bloodline story in WWE.
But he also remember Jericho's a different. You know, he got experience and he owns stuff. But like, if he was able to lose against Jericho by cheating, but he was still able to lose against Jericho, he could lose against Eddie Kingston.
I'm not saying it's not doable.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it. To me, it wouldn't make sense story wise. Jericho, you had the purpose of getting everybody refocus on Ring of Honor, like Jericho. Mr. Ocho, that's what he was going. Mr. Ocho, Mr. El Champion. Once again, you was trying to give him more value, try and put Ring of Honor in respect, being dishonored type of character. So there was a whole story behind it, and Claudio winning it just complete that story. Well, Eddie Kingston, to me, is like Eddie is more of an anti-hero. You know what I'm saying? He's not good or bad. But yeah, if he won the belt, it's like, who's going to go after him? All the older wrestlers, legends that we saw.
Like New Japan or...
Exactly. So with Claudio, you just got that flexibility of him still working with the new talent, but yet also with some older one. Because after Bryan Danielson, Yuta, and Garcia, Claudio is still a technical wrestler. So he could work with nearly anybody. So that's what you want. And that's why I think Bryan Danielson, give him 2 months after Double or Nothing, coming after for his ad. He got to come after for like.
I think he needs to like a little break to at least enjoy your family time. Yeah, like enjoy your family time. As I know he mentioned in the conference that he was like he physically he was like he exceeded his limit. So like now it's time for you to recover. But I like how it ended. I was kind of close for the prediction that MJF was going to win by submission and kind of have happened.
There was a pinfall, disqualification, pinfall, submission. So yeah, MJ really went nearly tick for tat to try to win against Bryan Danielson. Like I said, I didn't see the pay-per-view because it didn't really excite me with everything that on paper. But I'm kind of glad that certain story are being enrolled. And Double or Nothing is really why I want to pay attention, because you mentioned about there's going to be like a 3-way match for the triple belt, right? The trio belt.
Correct.
So what's interesting to me about this is that Kenny Omega had an interview with Renee Paquette in her podcast, the Session, and she just brought it to light, be like, yo, your contract is about to expire. So have you considered of knowing where you want to go, what you want to do? His answer is like he still wants to build or get more, more eyes on him. And so far, the only location left, and he was rocking a freaking the Sami Zayn t-shirt, my dog, which, we got a shirt over there. He was rocking that shirt during an interview while still being actively with AEW. So it's like, are you letting us know that we might see Jay White, Kenny Omega,
Bucks, maybe
Tom? I don't know about the Bucks, but you know what I'm saying? Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor, AJ Styles, the Good. Are we going to see all of these cats?
I hope so.
Like, we don't know, but that's what I'm trying to like pay attention.
I hope so. I feel like he's accomplished everything that has done.
Yes, he has.
2 years. Was it 3 years? I feel like he did a stint. I think it was like the developmental, like NXT before it was NXT, I feel like he still has some type of unfinished business.
Okay.
And I feel like I would like to see before everybody retires and like the New Day against the Elite will be great. Because I know they played the video game, but it's like they never like feuded against them.
That feud, I mean, that would be so ideal because I think that's the one team that.
Because you even could throw in the Usos too, the Usos with Solo too, so you could have like a trios situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, like that's the one thing that the New Day has mentioned in their podcast is like they would like to face the Elite, but in order for them to do that, someone got to cross over. And it's not going to be.
I know they're not moving over. Yeah.
So.
I know.
Like this summertime, like WrestleMania summertime, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen talent-wise and who's going to get cut too. Because to bring people like Kenny Omega, Jay White, for example, Tonga, you know what I'm saying? Bring AJ Styles back, Randy Orton back, that's going to cost money.
Well, by then we might have a new owner of the company. Who knows? They're thinking of like
it's still been in the talk for it's been in the talk for years. So
you know what I'm saying, like if depending who owns it, they have like a Disney or somebody, they have money, so they could.
If anything, invest in it. I would like if anybody should buy WWE, I'm hoping it is Disney because they add it to the freaking Disney Plus bundle, and then
like ESPN situation.
Main Event is already being hosted on Hulu. That's already part of the Disney family, and then you got ESPN on the side.
You have basically UFC, and now you have WWE on ESPN.
So why not?
Yeah.
Why not Disney? Please be the one to actually buy them.
Yeah. So the only thing would be like that. We don't have an editor. I'll be back to like PG-13, but
no. Hey, with Daredevil, what they try to pull with the She-Hulk and all that, there's gonna be some blood. Yeah. Like, it ain't gonna be that kids friendly. They understand like everybody has their crowd. Like, for an example, the Proud Family TV series, like that first episode is be like, oh yeah, Penny fully developed to the full woman that she's. I'm like, word, this is what we're doing. Disney has no cap, so I don't think they're gonna go back to PG-13 like that.
But that would be cool to see Kenny. I don't know, just
Kenny
either a one-off thing or even just WWE will be.
Kenny doing it will be awesome,
and you could also not prove who's the best in the world, but literally you could, because you have the PWI #1, which is Roman, and him, and Cody maybe beating Roman. So it's like you could have like, literally you will have like your top people and under one roof.
I mean, the way how he broke it down in his interview, he already talked about like he already beat, those who were best of the best, except the ones who are on the on the other side of the door.
Him and Seth, that.
Him and Seth dancing will be dope. Roman will be just for
Finn again, or even him with AJ.
Him and Finn Balor, I'll be hyped up for. Knowing WWE, they're gonna water it down like they did with AJ Styles and Finn Balor.
Or even AJ Styles with Shinsuke, that was watered down. Like
bro, for the IC. Oh, when they were doing for the
Big Championship,
the tournament for the IC, that match. Whoo, man,
I know.
Oh,
but we only could wish for. Let's see. We gotta see who's the owner by then, but I know we had on Monday night we had John Cena coming to Boston, which was cool. And he destroyed
Austin Theory.
I don't know what he's gonna do after Mania, but he's in a lose-lose situation. I don't think
John Cena is in a lose-lose.
Austin Theory. He has nothing. Like, if he wins, it's like fine, but like, what are you gonna do today? Like, he said, like, what?
He got credibility, but who will be his next opponent?
Yeah,
I mean, hopefully someone close, not John Cena level, but just someone who will be more favorable. Like Randy could be
AJ Styles maybe, because Gargano they put him down to NXT.
If you put Randy, then you're telling Austin Theory, oh yeah, now you got to be the second coming legend killer to like prove like you're the baddest of the bad, And I don't know if
maybe AJ wouldn't be too bad for him.
AJ would not be that bad. I would not be mad at AJ.
You could throw like Xavier or Kofi Kingston at him.
Yeah, the New Days have disappeared after losing the NXT Tag Team Championship.
It's gonna be tough because that Mania.
Also, I completely didn't meant to dismiss this, but hopefully Roxanne is doing better. Not sure what fully happened. That she collapsed, like she fully collapsed. Now I'm sure if it was intentional or it's part of a similar segment that Shawn Michaels did after he faced Owens back in '96. So, speedy recovery for Roxanne,
and congrats for her to winning the champion. I guess going that final
retaining the belt. Kudos for you, but
it's just I don't know what's out there because he got destroyed in the mic, by Cena. And we finally, at least I like that they're putting the Mania card in the matches. So at least we have basically 4 weeks of promos, but at least we know Cena against Theory, Roman and
Cody, Logan and Seth.
Logan.
We have this matchup I'm not too crazy about is
the IC one or
not the IC. I'm not even.
the three, which one for the women's?
For the women is
so the
Becky
team and Besties.
And the Besties versus
Damage Control, basically.
Damage Control. I'm not too excited.
They should have split that into two. They should have been the champions versus the usual contenders and Becky against Trish Stratus.
I would.
You know what I'm saying? That would make more sense. And you could at least one could go one night, Damage Control and them, and the other night too you could have vice versa.
I was kind of sad that the Ronda's push was not gonna happen because between her and Becky, there's still bad blood.
Yeah.
And then with Lita and Blazer, you know what I'm saying? I that's what I was hoping for, but
we still got a couple of
this is already, a month. They already got the poster already and everything on the website. It's gonna be a trio match.
They have what is it? A card subject to change. So
not in this situation. This is really a trio women's match for to see who goes up. Becky with the Bestie, Bailey with the Damage Control.
Yeah, because you can still do the Monday after Mania, Ronda Rousey throwing. You know what I'm saying? Do a call out or something, or something like that.
I'm hoping for it to be like a SummerSlam type of moment because you don't want to waste this type of matchup in just anything. Because I figure Becky and Lita winning the belt, it's like you're bringing your legend and your S tier star versus a person like Ronda who's an A tier and then Blazer being a B tier, go at it, But because Dakota and Io, I love them, but they're not that top tier yet.
True.
Because they're still new to Raw roster. So it to me, it's kind of crazy about that. But one thing I did like is after Raw, MVP.
The picture?
The photo of Omos, Street Profit,
Carmelo Hayes.
And Carmelo Hayes. Forming maybe Hurt Business 2.0.
Well, I don't know, or Street Profits. They're going to make, because I know this is I don't know, this is how your team should have been. You have credible tag team, you have an up-and-coming star, and you have your monster, basically. So it's it's perfect, but we got to see Carmelo Hayes facing for the NXT Championship
on Saturday, April 1st, against Braun for the NXT Championship at 1.
That's weird.
That's 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Good luck trying to get people dedicated to watch that shit.
I'll probably,
bro,
probably watch it, but
so you're telling me you're gonna be watching Peacock from 1 p.m. all the way to 1 a.m. No, because then you have the pre-show for WrestleMania, and then you have WrestleMania itself. So you're looking at from 1 all the way to 1 in the morning of watching the Peacock.
Yeah, I know. I'm when I watch Stand and Deliver, and should be good, at least for that match.
Okay.
I'm interested in the Gargano match. I know I see why Sean picked them, but I'm if you couldn't make it in the main roster, I'm just like, now he got brought back to NXT just for that match. Like, you could have got somebody else to fight for you. Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller basically was like beefing with Shawn, and Shawn was like, you know what? The promo that he did was like, I know people wanted that WrestleMania moment with me, and they even gave me, Brinks trucks. Even the drivers knew my name. I'm not gonna even give it in, but I got somebody for you. Then Gargano came in, and basically that's his Gargano as Grayson Waller, which is fine, but like, you're like doing like a rewind for Gargano. Like,
they did it for Apollo.
But Apollo needed like a reset. He did need a reset.
They did it to Apollo, New Day. They did it to
Dolph Ziggler came back, but to help out. The Miz did it to help out. Bayley did it to help out.
Natalia.
Natalia did it. Came back.
Bayley basically was just to break up the toxic attraction.
Natalia was there for a while too.
There was this one name, Jinder.
Okay,
Jinder,
but now he's
yeah. So,
but I think he's doing it to bring up the guys, like the two Indian.
He had directly an NXT championship match. Like,
correct. Yeah.
Like, I was like, bro, what? You didn't even work. You didn't even have a trio match or anything. You're going straight for top of the head, and the result is what I expected. Taking a big L.
True.
But
now he's trying to bring the two guys up with them for the faction.
What happened to Sheer and
that's the two people.
Veer and Sheer are with him?
Yeah. So you got them back. So they got.
I thought that was two different people.
No. They just dressed.
I did not guess it was those.
Not the ending. The tall ending guy. No. It was the two.
What are we talking? We're not talking about Veer and Sheer, like the original two people.
So not the giant one. He's not part of it. The other guy that was with him.
One of them is with them.
Yeah, the other guy that was
What another guy?
So I think Sheer was the giant. That was like the comedy dude. He's out of the picture. The other one that was more serious that had the
one was working in SmackDown and the other one was working on Raw.
So the one that was working in SmackDown, not with Jinder, that was by himself. Him and his old tag team that was in NXT. Now they're back together and now with Jinder.
All right. Well, while he's looking that information up, let's just talk about the most. There's two things I would like to talk about before we end the show. Right. Number one, there's a photo on social media showing the passing of the torch. So back in early 2000, you had Hulk Hogan holding up the arm of The Rock. Then you had The Rock back in 2011, 2013, when he raised the hand of John Cena after losing his match in WrestleMania. And then the last photo, which was from Monday night, Cody Rhodes not wearing his wrestling gear or had a match with John Cena, but his hand is being lifted by John Cena. And people are saying this is the passing of the torch. Now, if you allow me, I feel like that's inaccurate because of the following. There are one person that should be in between John Cena, right, and Cody Rhodes. His name is Roman Reigns. Okay. Roman Reigns defeated John Cena for a belt.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania.
Correct.
So the torch was, and he defeated Undertaker too. But
let's not even talk Roman was like the chosen one.
Right.
And they shoved him down our throats for the past, X amount of years.
So it should be Hogan to Rock, Rock to Cena, Roman. And then if Roman loses the belts to Cody, then it's like, all right, Cody, you're going to be the chosen one. I'm just going to deal with family issue, until it fully fallen. That's, to me, is my hot take about that.
I feel like I don't see it as like the torch being passed down.
That's how the people are.
I feel it was like kind of like how the Undertaker did the thing with the Fiend, kind of like not the thumb of, like that thumb of approval is like, now you're next, but it's like, I'm out of the picture now. It's your time to shine.
The stamp of approval. Yeah.
So I feel like Cena gave Cody, because Cody went through literally like, not hell, but he had to go through a gauntlet in the Indies to become the person that he is now. I feel like now he got the stamp of approval from Cena to be like, it's not your time now, but it's just like, you've made it. Now you're like a main eventer now. Rather than like, I don't think Cody will hopefully wins a Mania and like carry the company for a while, but I feel like he's not like a Roman yet. Like, I haven't seen it yet in WWE.
So, piggyback into what you said, yes, part of the reason people are calling the passing of the torch, because we did had from last year Undertaker to Bray Wyatt. Then earlier this year we had Rey Mysterio with Santo Escobar. So people already jump in conclusion, be like, yeah, so is John Cena is like supporting, he is like his sponsoring Cody Rhodes. Okay, if it's sponsoring, that's one thing. But I don't agree it's the passing of the torch. I feel like because the passing of the torch is like, you have to lose to this motherfucker.
I think not passing the torch, it's gonna be tough, but it's just like the Austin Theory, it's more of a passing of a torch. Basically, what happened to Roman Reigns against Cena, that Cena destroyed on the mic. So he's like, now, like, Roman fumbled on the mic, and like, he was a mess. He wasn't prepared yet. So it's like, you know, I'm gonna destroy you in the mic, and then he beat him in the match afterwards. But I feel that's what happened to Theory. So I feel like Cena going against Theory, it's not like grooming him, but it's just like, this is your like final test. If you're able to beat me, cool. Let's see, and also let's see what happens to you after. Because it's like, beating me, it's fine, because he's retired, he's not a full-timer. You should be able to beat me, basically. Let's see how people react to you and see how, like, takes it from there. That's what kind of happened to Roman Reigns and Cena when they were feuding. Roman wasn't prepared yet. He was like, I'm here part-time, and I destroy you. You're supposed to be more prepared than how you are. So I feel like it's more of a passing of a torch with Theory than with, I think you're getting like the main event stamp of approval with Cody, and I think passing of the torch potentially.
But this is not me. This is
no.
This is
but
social media.
But I think potentially the Austin Theory is like passing of the torch, similar to, I know Kevin Owens was already established, but like Kevin Owens and Stone Cold, like that, because he gave him the move, and it's like, now you're good, you're set. So I feel like it's, I don't know, that Cody doesn't need it either, but I feel like he needs to finish the book by winning the title.
The only person that should be raising, like I said, the only person that should be in between Cena and Cody, Roman Reigns. That's it. Anyone else, because like, you know, there's the Seth talk, but Seth has been like the Triple H, you know what I'm saying, of the company. There's Bray Wyatt, but he's more of the Undertaker. Yeah. I mean, he's not as popular or as beloved.
But he has his own, like, side. His own.
Yeah, there's the Brock Lesnar with the Bobby Lashley. So, like, when it comes to, like, the face of the company, this is what the torch, passing the torch was. Because it was Hogan, then it was The Rock, then it was Cena. Roman has been the face.
I feel like the Roman beginning, I feel the beginning of the Roman era was Roman and Seth.
2010.
Like, I feel like that was them too, like Roman and Seth. Basically the Shield. Yeah. Then now who's next? At the moment it's people think it's gonna be Cody. Let's see how that, Mania works out.
Hopefully it works
I hope
out.
so. But so I found the thing, it was Veer and it's Veer. What is it? Veer and Sangha.
Sangha, I call him Sheer because it rhymes.
Yeah. So like, those two used to be team in NXT before.
Yeah, because the joke was, where's Veer?
Yeah.
That was the bit.
So now he's,
he had another one.
The big tall guy, so he's out. Like, he's done.
He's gone. All right.
So it's Veer. So it's,
Veer was like, when is Veer's coming next Monday? Veer's coming next week. He's coming back. And that whole bit shit was like, whack. So
you saw him less than you saw John Cena.
So let's talk about the real topic. So Friday, we had Sammy versus Solo.
It was Sammy and Solo.
Sammy and Solo. Sammy get jumped, and then Kevin Owens come in to the rescue. Jay not wearing no attire affiliation, and he was bystander. He just viewed the whole shit. But Kevin Owens was like, nah, like you guys are acting up. Boom, cool, great for the storyline. Like hypothetically, we should be having like a tag team type of championship match.
Kevin doesn't trust him yet.
Yeah, right. Then Monday came in.
You had Cody talking to Kevin Owens, trying to convince him,
team with Sammy and all that.
To forgive him and,
Yeah. And then, but Sammy had a match with Jimmy. Match was close. You know what I'm saying? And
also, I'm not saying they shouldn't be that close, but I'm like, if you're toe-to-toe with Roman, you should not. Like, I know story, but it's like, if you went against basically the boss and held your own, you shouldn't have in trouble with the Uso. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, like, I know Solo was like, it's a different monster, but
what if, okay, so real quick, what if they're going by the power ranking that they have for the new WWE game? True. Because Roman is like a 98 or something.
Yeah, but Jimmy's an 89, though. That was a 90. I know, that's the first time. Time.
And then Jimmy, what's Sammy then? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sammy has to be like
80-something.
80-something. Yeah. So it kind of makes sense if you're struggling with the bloodline. But I agree with you. It was pretty close. He just didn't want him to look weak. But the Grammys have to go to Jey Uso, right? Because Jey Uso told Sami Zayn, I trust you. This Sammy's and that. And Sammy was really happy about it because they had a bond. They, Sammy say, I acknowledge you in the middle of the parking lot before his match against Roman to give a little bit of context. So there's a lot of factor. Yeah. But the way how he just super kicked him out of nowhere, if that was not obvious, shame on you. But
also they could have like extended this too. You know what I'm saying? You have 4 weeks. Like you could have milked this out more, but it's like it was a good payout.
But the payout is that now you had Cody come in, rescuing, and John Cena, blah blah blah. Yeah.
But I think we might have between now and WrestleMania we might have
a tag team match,
maybe a trio one.
No, I think it has to be for the tag team.
No, but I'm saying you might see the Usos as a collective, like the three brothers against Sami Zayn, Cody, and Kevin Owens. I think that might be like
for a Raw match, yeah.
Maybe in Providence, huh? Maybe in Providence.
I'm not going to that show.
But I was like, maybe we might see that might be the main event.
It could be a match. Yeah, it could be a match. Yeah. But for if you were trying to push for WrestleMania, I'm like, no, bro.
No. But that like you got 4 weeks, so I would say like have just
4 weeks. We got like 3 or 2.5.
It's the April 2nd, so it's almost like almost 4 weeks.
I mean,
next month, basically.
Yeah, because right now we're on the 9th. Yeah, like we're past 4 weeks. We're like 3 and change. Like so, we're few numbers down to WrestleMania.
You basically have 3 more Mondays, basically.
Yeah. So
3 more shows.
1 show for Kevin Owens and Sammy to be on the same page. 1 show for them to be able to get the match because that should be the match. But my hope, right, is that. Even though Sammy got betrayed by Jay, I think that we should not overlook what he said to him. That he trusts him. And I'm hoping that if Cody beat Roman and the bloodline started to fall down, the person who I want to really push this ball down the hill is Jay. Jay has to be the one to destroy the family, like completely. Like bury Roman, keep your brothers, go on your separate way. True. I feel like that's.
I feel they accomplished everything. I feel they should go back to not back to the roots because they shouldn't go back to the gimmick of like the Samoan thing. But like I feel like they were fine on their own.
Yeah, the Uso penitentiary Solo converting or doing more homage to Umaga. You know what I'm saying? Because he definitely. Yeah. He has the body for it. Like, why not just go full Umaga mode? And then, like, Seth have his demon mode. Priest has his demon. Edge got his demon. Sure. Umaga should just release his inner Umaga and just, and have the Uso work on the penetration shit. So that's my hope on it. What's your thought so far with this bloodline stuff?
They need to. I feel like they could have milked this a little bit longer, but I like that. Basically, you got 3 weeks left. You basically have 3 matches between the 3.
Yes.
So you could do like A plus B equal. You know what I'm saying? Like they use the same formula, but I think eventually we're gonna see. We'll definitely. They kind of owe us like a trios match. So I think we might see that either next week or the week after that.
Yep.
And Sammy and Kevin Owens, I hope they need to make it a WrestleMania thing. I hope they end up winning the tag team. That should be the final payout.
Were they tag team back in NXT or no? I don't think so.
I think they were in the main roster.
I know individually they won the NXT championship.
I don't think they did the
one the
tag team.
This would be a dope tag team moment.
Yeah.
Like if there
especially
was
Mania, like
if there was gonna be the Mania moment, that right there will be chef kiss, like mwah, like
I know,
like, and I wish it was in Canada now too, because then Canada would be like going bonkers for this shit.
That could have been a great chamber thing. And winning but
they decided to do that one-on-one shit, and it was just like. I'm just sad with the popularity that Sammy built. Unfortunately, I don't think it's paying out like I would like for it to be. I'm talking about like my perspective of it because apparently WWE have other ideas for Sammy, but it like I said back in January and February is like the moment for us to have this trio match or finally divide the belt is be able to put Sammy in this in this trio match against Cody and Roman for them to be able to split the belt. But it's gonna be interesting what's gonna happen now. I know it's gonna be very.
I guess we just gotta be patient until Mania and see what happens, because I know Cody wants to bring the win ego, but there's gonna be one champion for the whole company or 2, and have the same issues. But I think one champion is fine, but just one champion, one belt. You don't need 2 belts.
I don't think Roman definitely need his break, long break, rest your body.
Because he accomplished almost everything, like record wise and everything. Like he did it.
Is the Santino record is like holding the belt for 1,000 days, or
he's close,
or not being pinned?
I think him having the title like for the longest. Yeah.
All right, so being second to Santino is not that bad.
Yeah.
Behind Bruno, I mean, like, bro, like you're in good company. Like you're already in the Mount Rushmore for many new generation. Not for me.
True.
You're not in my Mount Rushmore, but you're definitely in the Mount Rushmore for these new kids who have been seeing you work. So Roman is great. Road C2 with all the pay-per-view he's been to, the man is set for life. He's getting paid regardless. So
I know today. I wish the payout for this Mania would have been the Rock situation, but we could get that eventually. But like,
look, the most we're gonna get from the Rock on WrestleMania.
Yeah. Maybe like a promo for the XFL or something.
No.
It might be over by then, right? The XFL?
Exactly. Yeah. The most you could do is just be the host or be the host again, or just do like the opening segment.
True.
That's it. That's the most we're going to get from The Rock. Because how the hell you can open up SoFi Stadium for a football season, but you can't do it for the company that like build you up?
So okay. I was like, "Where's?" Now you said SoFi. I'm like, "Where's WrestleMania?" No, it's in Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah, it's SoFi. They're using the Ram Stadium.
I know. They should have. Yeah, he should literally. This could have been. I don't know.
He did it for Super Bowl because it was also on SoFi, and he did the opening at SoFi. So to me, it's like if WrestleMania is going to be in the same location that you were able to do your Rock moment in football. Why can't you do it for W? Like,
and I feel like not fair, but it's just like we had Stone Cold on the last Mania.
Yes, Taker,
and he wrestled. And he wrestled.
We're getting the bestie back. We're getting a lot of.
There's talks. I don't know how I feel about it, but there's talks about Stone Cold wrestling again, and his opponent might be LA Knight.
That's fine. I don't care.
And I'm like, that's not a bad match.
It's a good bathroom break.
No, I think it's gonna be. I know LA Knight's not gonna win no matter what, but I feel like it's.
I'm mad that people like Elias, LA Knight, people like Bo Dallas, people like and you already know where I'm going with this. It's like these people build their bodies to be heavyweight champions, to be a face.
Same thing, for example, Corbin. Like
Corbin too.
Like
these individuals build their bodies, except Corbin.
No, but like he went from how he was to now he's more like
for the storyline. I get that, but like the way how LA Knight is so fit and Elias being fit for Elias just to strong a power chord and just do promo talk, and then you have LA Knight doing decent promos but doing great on the ring to work with just jobbers. That's for me, it's like the way I see it. You need to trust the process.
And I feel like at least
that's what really pissed me off. You got to really trust the process. Like WWE probably have like a 1, 5, 10-year plan for this month. And it's like, no, bro.
He don't got that many, how many years left?
He doesn't have that many summer. You know what I'm saying? It's like you had to use him when he came in. You wasted time with the Max Dupree shit, the Marlon shit. And now it's like, the Bray Wyatt match is like one of his.
It was good. Yeah, that one was good. It's just like I feel like after everything settles down, basically after the new year starts over, I feel like it's new opportunity should open up because then Roman should be out of the title picture. Maybe the IC title might change, the US Championship. Like this, there might be a lot of.
My Ring of Honor nomination or candidate to win it is LA Knight. He has to win something, bro. He won the $1 million one when he was in NXT. Makes sense if he wins the Ring of Honor because the
King of the Ring. The King of the Ring. Yeah. He'll be good for the King of the Ring.
But yeah, him winning King of the Ring, he'll
be more annoying, but it's him.
It's fine, but at least when he has the crown, they're gonna respect him. And if he decides to go to Gunther or to Austin Theory, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like that man should not be wasted on silly stuff. The same way how they did with Johnny Mundo, and like stop putting so much focus on the Miz and Logan Paul and all these.
Well, they do that because of the marketing for TV stuff.
Yeah, I get the business side, but I'm like, you got real like I truly understand Athena when she broke down, be like, I don't want to be like a Mandy Rose. I want to be myself. And for them to put me on the shelf for so long, even though the money was good, I understand that it has to be a pretty check. But
I know.
Like in my head right now, Elias versus LA Knight, that would be a dope ass match.
And they could
Cranium Cross, work with him. That would be a dope ass match. Like, I'm mad that Cranium Cross is not even in WrestleMania facing Bray Wyatt and then Bobby Lashley. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That to me was stupid. Yeah. Because to me, I'm sorry, but to me, I feel like it should be Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley again.
Yeah,
because
the final,
it was a DQ.
Like the final match.
The final match, and you have Bray working with Cross.
Yeah.
And having a cinematic blackout, whatever you want to do, haunted hair.
You have like the sister Abigail with the Scarlet and.
Bro.
I know.
Like, but, that was right in front of you. How you miss that shit? How do you miss
He's still hunting Rey Mysterio. I'm like, why?
Exactly.
Like,
why?
Do you need the Rey Mysterio situation? You should do Rey Mysterio against Dominic. It's like, and that's it. Finish it up.
Cranium Cross should be now working against Judgment Day or the Wyatt family or going for a belt against Gunther or
no. The IC title is gonna be a triple threat. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be McIntyre, like I mentioned, McIntyre, Gunther, and Sheamus.
Okay,
that match has to happen.
That's truly gonna be
that has to happen.
That's a true international belt, right?
And that is a WrestleMania match. Like,
I'm excited for it,
and everybody outside of the ring. No no Imperium, no nobody, just them three, no interruption.
I'm not
like just that's like your
are all the belts being defended so far.
Yes,
so far except for the tag team.
Except for the women's tag team. That's gonna be it's a trios like match.
Right, but for everybody except for the men's tag team, the Usos.
Well, I think eventually we know. I think it's gonna be Kevin Owens and Sammy against them too. I hope.
I'm hoping too, bro.
Yeah, that's only
like,
everything else.
I'm hoping too. Like Asuka, yeah. So the SmackDown is being defended. We got the Raw. We got not the women's tag team. I don't see anything about Gunther yet.
Yeah, that's being settled
for
this Friday or next Friday.
Yeah. The U.S. we got Theory
and Cena,
and then
we even have like Seth and this guy Logan Paul.
Right.
That's like a celebrity one.
All right, cool. So, any last thoughts before we close the show?
Oh, I think we just gotta be, I guess, patient for either this this Friday. Basically, we got 3 more weeks. So 3 more weeks of speculation, seeing what's happening. Then we get Mania. We'll give our prediction for then.
For those who like listen to podcasts, it seems that this Friday, Matt Hardy podcast, he's going to be having his brother Jeff. So it'll be kind of interesting to hear.
I know Jeff like messed up this whole thing. Like that could
his process, but he hasn't. He got acquitted.
No, true. But like it's gonna take a while for him to. Because I know Tony Khan was like, the door's open, but you gotta get your shit together.
So it'll be interesting to see what's gonna happen with. I want to hear Jeff's side story of this. Like, so definitely check that out. Chris Jericho is gonna be in the Renee podcast real soon. Definitely check out the Kenny Omega interview as well. This dude Van.
I know Bad Bunny. He's hosting Puerto Rico for Mania.
Yes, I forgot about Puerto Rico. Yeah, Puerto Rico.
So they're doing
hosting a pay-per-view
and
Backlash.
It's basically like
in Puerto Rico at the Coliseum.
Yeah, it's similar to their it's kind of like the MSG type of thing, but it's an open air. It's kind of more like a Gillette. It's like open area like that. It's gonna
but having Bad Bunny.
But that's smart from WWE that they work with them. Gave him
in July too, bro.
Yeah, but it's good because they.
You flying out there?
Nah, I want to, but that shit's gonna get packed. I'll watch it at home, chilling, like 20 people. It's gonna be hot. But I like that they have that they have their own
I'm gonna be on
like sponsor, like their sponsor and stuff. So, but Backlash should be good. Yeah,
don't have to worry about the heat.
Yeah. But I like that they got Logan Paul. I feel they need 1 or 2 more, I guess, foreign sponsors for all the markets, because I know Bad Bunny got Puerto Rico,
Canada. They did the UK. Now they're doing Puerto Rico. The most they could try to do is get Mexico. If they could get Mexico,
and even India, you got 1 billion people, like gender and that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's crown jewel. They
or something.
Automatic. Yeah, that's automatic.
But,
like the one thing I would like for them to bring back, and I know you don't like this is my last hot take.
We're balls of fire. No.
Sir, you almost got me out of character for a second. No, it's the women's Evolution.
Yeah. That one's it's.
I would love to see an all women's pay-per-view once again.
That would have been perfect. I know timing would have been off, but like how we had a couple of days, it was like women's like day. That would have been like boom, if it landed on a weekend.
I mean, for basketball, they had a lot of nearly all the shows were hosted by a female. Yeah. If it was not accompanied by one of the main male counterpart. Yeah. But like for some basketball games that was airing, the whole staff, I think they were like female. Yeah. So it was really cool. So, but I would like to just see like an all women pay-per-view once again.
And it highlights everybody in the roster because there's people that being like, it's not gonna. I don't miss them.
I would love to. But see, I would like to see like Roxanne versus the Raw champion,
whomever.
Like stuff like that. Yeah. That would be so.
But like even people that you see, like you haven't seen, for example, Aaliyah. You see, there's people on the roster that you haven't seen that either TV time or opportunity. But at least that you could highlight everybody, or even have like a battle royale or something that everybody could partake and participate.
Absolutely. I'm trying to make sure I'm covering every aspect.
I'm waiting. Hopefully, the stuff that I sent out.
Brian Cage going to WWE.
I hope not.
Okay, facts.
I hope not.
the Kenny Omega.
But I hope I hope Kenny Omega and the Elite comes to WWE.
Stacy Kibler was announced to be the
so
first.
they showed I saw a thing. So they have Batista as one of them.
She's the first inductee.
I think that I saw somebody like potential Batista, Stacy Keibler, and you had
Please be Vince so he could just leave us alone. Yeah. Like Vince, we know that the almost match was your freaking. Idea. That is the worst match of the card right now.
I can't.
Like almost should not be in this. Yeah. But
and also you should have Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar should have vetoed that. He's like, I'm not doing this.
No, but because he got spit on and shit, he's like, yeah, I got to take care of this.
And I think there was a stat that every African-American champion lost to Brock Lesnar. Whoever was WWE champion, Big E,
Kofi
Kingston, Lashley.
But almost, it's not even a champion.
No, but
statistics show any African-American that faced against Brock Lesnar for a belt have lost.
And I almost doesn't need this match at all.
This match should never happen.
But he doesn't it's just he's not ready,
bro. I told you it should have been Brock versus Bobby.
And that's it.
Final destination type of match. DN bury alive match. Bring that shit back.
Like loser goes home on the set.
Exactly.
Literally,
then you have Bray working with fucking Cross or Priest or Edge, whoever wants to go with the dark energy shit, done. Yeah. That was like obvious equation right there, and they just like, no, Bray has to go against Bobby and or Brock. Why? Yeah. The man has not wrestled since years, and his first match was LA Knight. Like, why? Brock is a. I know. Before I go off in this turmoil, like, guys, thanks so much for sticking through. We passed our time, but it's all for the good of wrestling. We Impact Wrestling. We might be seeing Mercedes Moné. Might be making a little stop by there now that she's a current New Japan's champion. Mickie James got body slam or was about to get powerbombed by Bubba Ray in Impact 2, which was kind of interesting. Any news with MLW or Triple?
I know the Raven. I don't remember Raven from ECW.
Yeah.
So he is kind of like they have a main story, like faction story with Raven and MLW. Now he's like the major heel, so he got a faction working. So they attack the champions and stuff, but that's in the works. Yeah.
Is in the work? Yeah. Guys, I know we talk about, I know my intro, I say we talk about everything and anything about wrestling, and we're trying to do our best. We're trying to do our best to mention AAA, New Japan, Impact, MLW, Ring of Honors. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to bring them more into our conversation. But when story's hot, you gotta spend some time.
Especially WrestleMania season. I know a little bit after WrestleMania, it's gonna die down a little bit, so that
we're gonna do our best to try and bring more news about other areas. But for now, please,
it's WrestleMania season,
and we appreciate your patience and listen to us till this point. Please be sure to follow us on all of our social media. We're on the Facebook, IG, YouTube, and Twitter. Providence Lucha Talk. And as well, you can listen to the audio in your favorite audio podcast app. With nothing more to say, I'm your boy Jay.
And this was Ito.
We say good night, buenas noches, and bye.
Yeah.